Day 3 of the government shutdown, and the Trump administration has taken retaliatory actions against Democratic states, including Colorado. Thank you for joining us for Denver 7 News at 6. I'm Jessica Porter.
I'm Shannon Ogden. Glad you're with us tonight. And tonight we are following up on the impacts to universities after the White House cut billions of clean energy projects nationwide.
Denver 7's Veronica Acosta has been following the effects of this government shutdown all week long. She joins us in studio tonight with a breakdown of how much some of our universities could lose, Veronica.
Well, tonight we're talking about millions of dollars cut from research into clean energy at places like Colorado State University, the University of Colorado, and Colorado School of Mines. Some leaders telling me today they were shocked by this news. Colorado energy projects are facing big cuts.
It's really ridiculous that they're targeting it.
A list from House Appropriations Committee Democrats lists 34 in Colorado, possibly the hardest hit Colorado institutions.
Colorado State University, they got hit really hard yesterday.
Former Colorado Governor Bill Ritter founded the Center for the New Energy Economy at CSU, a policy think tank surrounding clean energy. In total, Colorado would lose more than $500 million in funding for these projects, 7 of them at CSU alone.
It breaks my heart, actually, because CSU was doing some very good and important work, and Department of Energy scrubbed that.
More than $300 million in funding on the chopping block at CSU, money to research methane leaks, even CO2 conversion, and more.
And while, you say, well, okay, this is just, trimming waste, it's not at all that. It seems, in a sense, vindictive.
Though Representative Lauren Boebert telling Denver 7 the move is connected to the ongoing government shutdown now in its 3rd day. In a statement, she said in part, quote, "This wouldn't be an issue if Senate Democrats would stop their temper tantrum and vote to open our government." Denver 7 caught up with Governor Polis Friday, who said he wasn't told about the cuts prior to Thursday's announcement.
No, we found out like everybody else.
Denver 7 reached out to Congressman Gabe Evans, whose district is also impacted by the cuts, but we didn't hear back as of this story. In the meantime, what will happen to all of these projects and the people behind them up in the air as the government shutdown continues.
Look, it's really acting like kindergartners here. I mean, get the government open, restore these grants.
And like I mentioned, the Colorado School of Mines and CSU also impacted by these cuts. I reached out to them and a few other institutions that are on that list of 34. The Rocky Mountain Institute telling me they still have not gotten termination letters from the Department of Energy regarding those canceled funds. I heard that from a couple of others as well.
So, Veronica, you've been covering the impact of the shutdown here in Colorado all week. Let's talk about what people need to know heading into the weekend.
Well, a big weekend, right? It's supposed to be nice outside.
Beautiful.
Yeah. National parks are also impacted by the actual shutdown as well. Staffing there is going to be very minimal. We know at Rocky Mountain National Park, those visitor centers within the park's boundaries, those remain closed today. The only one that's open is the Fall River Center because it's staffed by the Rocky Mountain Conservancy. It's outside of the boundaries, so they don't have to worry about those closures. I'm Veronica Acosta in studio tonight.
Thank you, Veronica. Definitely going to have to plan ahead. And taking a closer look at this, the Energy Department Secretary says the funding cancellation for clean energy projects is not related to the government shutdown and is happenstance.
Our decisions have been made over the last few months. A team of 7 or 8 people have evaluated over 2,400 projects just on business conditions, whether it makes sense for the American taxpayers or not. So no, timing of announcements, I don't control that always, but these decisions are made all in the Energy Department, all based on facts.
The Energy Department has not explained how they came up with their list of targeted states. Colorado is Secretary Chris Wright's home state. He served as chairman and CEO of Denver-based Liberty Energy and has been a vocal critic of efforts to fight climate change.
And another failed vote today that would have reopened the federal government. The Senate remains deadlocked on a GOP measure. The vote was 54-44, well short of the 60 votes needed for it to pass. Now, under Senate filibuster rules, government funding legislation has to get support from at least 60 senators. And I just checked before we came on the air, and the Senate Majority Leader said the Senate would likely not vote over the weekend.